Hi everyone, this is Adrian.
And I'm Carrie.
And for this episode of the Scent Library, we are going to talk about Parfums de Marly. Yes, so we have a few bottles of Parfums de Marly and we'd like to talk about it. And tell us a little about Parfums de Marly.
Okay, Parfums de Marly, it's a French brand. It was created in about 2009. And they have a total of 37 perfumes. 12 of them are listed as for men. 12 of them are listed for women, and 13 are listed as unisex.
Okay.
Some of the ones that are, I think all the ones that are listed as unisex are bottled in the bottles that look like for men. These are the men's bottles, and then the women's bottles have a kind of a curvy look to them, but a similar kind of a style to the motif with the horses on the front and things like that. So the first one came out in around 2009. That was one of the men's fragrances. Actually, two of them, I think, came out in 2009. Darly and Shagya.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of a funny name, but it's one of their Middle Eastern kinds, so I'm sure it means something in Arabic. Both of those are still available. They're not on the hot list, usually, of what people are mostly looking for. But we'll go in order with the ones we're going to talk about today as far as the year that they were put out on the market. The first one that we see here in this dark bottle is Herod. And it's a woody, spicy fragrance, and it came out in 2012 with top notes of cinnamon and pepperwood, and then middle notes of tobacco leaf, incense, osmanthus, labdanum, base notes of vanilla, isoe super, cedar, musk, cypriol or nagramatha, and vetiver. So a lot of complex, really nice scents there. It definitely, I think, comes through on the sort of the spicy end and stuff with like the cinnamon, the tobacco.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on this? You wore this recently.
Yes, you could really smell the tobacco and the vanilla.
Yeah. This one is thought of as a tobacco scent. People, when they're looking for a good tobacco scent, this one is definitely one to consider. One thing I would like to kind of add in as we start with the Parfums de Marly, the bottles, you know, if you look at them, I guess it's a little hard to tell because there's nothing of reference there, but this is a 125 ml bottle.
Oh, wow.
Parfums de Marly, for the men's anyway, are in 75 and 125 ml bottles. So yes, they're pricey, but you do get a little bit more for your buck compared to most things that go for like 50 and 100 mils.
Oh.
So I guess there's that. I mean, really, honestly, they make a lot of money and profit off of any size bottle, so it kind of doesn't matter. But you do actually get a little bit more. So if you buy a bottle, it's going to last you, you know, maybe 20% longer than another one. What do you think of this one?
Very nice. Nighttime fragrance, I think.
Yeah, it's a really nice soft blend of the tobacco. I like the incense and the kind of the spicy undertones, but it's also smooth. Yeah, it doesn't feel rough. Like there's a fragrance we have, red tobacco. That one is really a tobacco scent, but it also is one that it's not one I would call soft. It's loud.
You can also smell the nagramatha on this one.
Yeah, and that's a really, really nice one. If you can blend it in with other things that are complementary to it, that's a really nice scent to wear. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Now, this is the one everybody knows. This one is Layton. So this one's kind of the hot one right now with Parfums de Marly, and it has been for a while. It came out in 2016. And it has top notes. This one is a unisex one. The Herod is listed as for men. I think probably both people could wear it. It's like it's a pretty like a sexy, seductive sort of a scent. Layton is a little bit more playful. This is an amber floral, and it's got top notes of apple, lavender, bergamot, and mandarin orange. Middle notes of geranium, violet, and jasmine. That's really nice. And then base notes of vanilla, cardamom, sandalwood, pepper, patchouli, and gaiac wood. So it is hard not to like this. This is one that, along the lines of Aventus, it's just one that people smell it and they end up really loving it. So very popular one, hard to ever find on a discount. But here and there, you can every once in a while find a good sale on like Joma Shop or Fragrance by Canada. You just have to keep an eye out on things like that so you sort of know where the cost settles here and there and stuff, and when you might actually be getting a good deal. Definitely one of the more popular ones. Now, one thing I do kind of want to throw in there is a Layton exclusive.
Okay.
And you would think that it's going to be more of like, say, maybe an elixir or something like that, you know, a pretty close version of it. But there's a lot of notes that are really kind of different. They add Laotian oud in it. There's oak moss, watery notes, civet, almond, rose, gardenia. So there's a lot of things that are different from it. I haven't gotten a bottle of it or smelled it, so I don't really know how to compare it. But when I do hear other people talk about it that have both of them, they say it has a similar character, but it definitely goes in a kind of a more sort of a complex direction and stuff. It has different notes, so, you know, for whatever that's worth. They're not exactly the same, or it's not like a stronger version. It goes in a whole different direction. So some people swear by the exclusive and other people like the regular Layton best. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one. And this one is Sedley. Sedley is also unisex. This one is top notes of lemon, mint, bergamot, grapefruit, and mandarin orange. Nice fruity tops and stuff, and it comes through nicely. It has middle notes of lavender, rosemary, geranium, and olibanum. So it has a kind of a spicy and herbal mid in it. And then it has base notes of ambroxan, sandalwood, cashmerean, vetiver, cedar, and patchouli. So it has a nice woody dry down. It definitely has kind of 3 phases and stuff that it goes through. I really like it in the middle and the base. The top notes seem to be brief but pleasant.
Yeah, I like the mint and the lavender combination.
Yeah, this one, when I got it, I remember liking it, but I wasn't really all that wowed by it. And then when I kind of came back to it a while later and wore it again, I noticed a lot of the complexity and the nice middle notes and bass notes and stuff in it. That's one of the things I always have to kind of keep in mind, is smelling the opening of a fragrance is really not doing justice to it, because where most of the fragrance lies is in the middle and the bass notes. Okay, and finally, to the last one that we're going to talk about is one that I really like, Greenley. This one came out in 2020. This one has top notes of green apple, Calabrian bergamot, and mandarin orange. Middle notes of petitgrain, cashmerean, cedar, pomerose, and violet. And then base notes of oak moss, musk, and amberwood. Now this one, in opposition to how Sedley is, where the top notes seem to be kind of brief, this one I feel like the top notes, like the green apple, the bergamot, and the orange, they stay around for a while.
Oh yeah.
And that's one of the things that I just love about this, is it's fruity and fresh and bright. And that lasts for a while, which is kind of unusual, because most of the time the top notes are pretty fleeting, like maybe half an hour to an hour, and then those are gone. What did you think about this one?
Well, I like the green apple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of sour apple, also a bit sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice invigorating, fresh fragrance. And I think that's one of the things that I really like about it, is it smells energetic. So of all of these, what is probably your favorite?
I would say it's Greenley.
See, that one's going to be mine too. A lot of people like Layton a lot, but I don't know. Layton just, it's wonderful, but I like something a little bit different, and the Greenley goes in that direction in a nice way for me. Now, I do have to admit, though, Herod is nice in cold weather.
Oh, yes.
Very nice.
Yes.
That spicy, tobacco-y sort of smell and stuff. It's just, it's hard to beat that. But you know one thing that that kind of makes me a little frustrated with the Parfums de Marly?
What?
You don't see the name anywhere of the fragrance on it.
You have to look
underneath on the bottom and stuff.
And it's on a sticker. It's not...
Yeah. So, I mean, first world problems. But
yes.
Yeah, if you have too many bottles of Parfums de Marly, you have to look at the bottom to figure out what they are.
Or you could just memorize the colors.
But the colors are fairly similar. There's a lot of like dark blue and black and kind of fingerprint magnet shiny colors and stuff. So, you know, all of that's just, you know, just minor frustration and stuff. But it is kind of irksome that you can't really like tell which one is which by the bottle. There's the name of the fragrance isn't on the front, and the colors are not all that different, except like Greenley's pretty obviously different here.
Yes.
But these are really great fragrances. Parfums de Marly don't go on discount all that often, but if you watch Fragrance by CA and Joma Shop, every once in a while you can get a good buy. So kind of keep your eye out on that so you sort of recognize when they actually do have a big price drop.
Okay, thanks for tuning in. Till next time. Bye-bye.
Thanks.